The earth dash around the sun. The earth rotates. Very good.
Rotates.
How did you get the right answer?
Rotates. Option,
Rotates.
option
So
B.
universal
रोटेट्स बी.
facts को हमेशा सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस में लिखा जाता है क्योंकि अर्थ इस एक वजन और सिंगुलर है, इसलिए वर्ब के साथ एस और ईएस लगेगा. दैट इज व्हाई इट बिकेम रोटेट्स. रोटेट बेस वर्ब है. आंसर इज रोटेट्स. यू एडेड एन एस टू मेक इट in the present tense. Correct. Okay. The second question is very similar. Tell me the answer. So initial questions are easy, so we'll do it fast. Second question का आंसर क्या है? A magnet dash iron filings. Same rule, right? Attracts. Very good. Yes, it is option D. Now, which sentence is grammatically correct for a science report? Okay? वैज्ञानिक रिपोर्ट के लिए कौन सा वाक्य व्याकरण की दृष्टि से सही है? So what is the answer? Very good. ऑप्शन बी, राइट? सो सिंपल प्रेजेंट टेंस में प्रश्न पूछते समय जब डस का प्रयोग हो जाता है तो मुख्य क्रिया और मेन वर्ब हमेशा अपने मूल रूप में रहती है, दैट इज बेस वर्ब. ओके, उसमें एस नहीं लगाया जाता है. यस. ओके, सो डस the subject and the base form of the verb, that is the format. So B is the correct answer. Very good. Now look at the fourth question. Okay. सो लेबोरेटरी में अभी चल रही प्रक्रिया को दिखाने के लिए वाक्य पूरा करें. लुक द ब्लू लिक्विड डैश इन द बीकर एट दिस मोमेंट. फोर्थ क्वेश्चन. प्लीज डोंट यूज द आंसर की आई हैव सेंट यू. ओके, राइट नाउ कॉन्सेंट्रेट एंड टेल मी द आंसर. व्हाट इज द आंसर? ऑप्शन डी. वेरी गुड. इज बॉइलिंग. व्हाई? बिकॉज लुक दैट इज देखो और एट दिस मोमेंट फ्रेज दैट इज इस समय, ये दर्शाते हैं कि काम अभी आंखों के सामने चल रहा है, इसलिए यहाँ प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूअस टेंस का प्रयोग होगा, दैट इज प्लस आईएनजी फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब इज बॉइलिंग. वेरी गुड. नाउ व्हाट इज द पास्ट टेंस ऑफ द साइंटिफिक वर्ब फ्रीज? फ्रीज वर्ब का पास्ट टेंस क्या है? सिंपल. दीज आर ऑल सिंपल क्वेश्चंस. वेरी गुड. इट्स नॉट ए, इट इज ऑप्शन बी, froze. Okay, irregular verb hai, so you don't add ed. This is a past tense. Okay, do you know the past participle form? Freeze, froze, frozen. Okay, yes. Look at the sixth question. What is the incorrect tense in this sentence? So statement क्या है? तो लैब रिपोर्ट के इस वाक्य में गलत काल के उपयोग को पहचाने. So what is the incorrect verb used in the sentence? A. Why? Because. Okay, so can you correct this verb? If it is not mixes, what is the right answer? What should have been the correct form of the verb? So what is the signal here? वाक्य में yesterday, that is बीता हुआ कल लिखा है, जिसका मतलब बात भूतकाल की हो रही है, इसलिए mixes की जगह mixed होना चाहिए. Okay, it should have been mixed. Yes, because it is in the past tense. Very good. Now we'll look at the seventh question. These are all similar questions. Okay, that's why we are doing jaldi se. If you have any doubts, please stop and ask me. Next year, the space agency launched a new rover to Mars. Okay. What is the answer? Next year. So next year मतलब क्या है? अगले साल. So वाक्य की शुरुआत next year से हो रही है, जो कि भविष्य फ्यूचर को दर्शाता है, इसलिए यहाँ पास्ट टेंस क्रिया लॉन्च का उपयोग गलत है. ओके, सो हाउ कैन यू करेक्ट द सेंटेंस? इफ इट इज नॉट लॉन्च्ड, करेक्ट फॉर्म ऑफ द वर्ब क्या है? फ्यूचर है, सो फ्यूचर विल बी How will you correct the sentence? Very good. Will launch. Okay. It will be will launch. Will plus the base form of the verb to make it in the future tense. Okay. So, eighth question. समय बताने वाले शब्द nowadays को देखे और सही विकल्प चुने. So in the past people used horses, but nowadays modern society dash heavily on fossil fuels. Okay, it's not had relied. Okay, there's a correction. The correct answer is option B, that is realize. That is in the past के लिए used भूतकाल लगे है, लेकिन nowadays that is आजकल वर्तमान स्थिति को बताता है, इसलिए यहाँ simple present tense का प्रयोग होगा. Okay, it is talking about nowadays मतलब what is happening in the present. So simple present tense of the verb should be used. So you add S, that is a rule. Realize, but this is you added. Realize is the right form. Okay, so B is the answer. Okay. Now choose a correct sentence that describes a daily routine. This is also based on tense. This is a daily routine. So what is the correct answer? Just look at the verb and the tense. Verb क्या है? Clean. It is present tense, so it is cleans. Daily routine है, right? Yeah. So answer is option D. Now these are all easy questions. 10th question is to identify the object. इस statement में object क्या है? Plants manufacture their own nutrients through photosynthesis. Is it option B? Option 10th question ka verb is manufacture, right? So what is being manufactured? That is the object. That is nutrients. So nutrients is the object. Okay? Yes, 11th question's answer is D. Now, sorry, 10th question ka answer. Now, 11th one is to choose the correct structural order of the sentence. So subject, verb, object or adverbial phrase is the format. So what is the correct form? Correct sentence क्या है इस question में? So subject is the student, verb is measured, object is the liquid, adverb मतलब क्या है? How the action is being done, it is adding more information. So carefully in the laboratory is the adverbial phrase. Okay? Right answer is option A. The student measured the liquid carefully in the laboratory. Okay. Next, we have pattern recognition questions. So it's already mentioned in the question, right? Analogy ka connection kya hai? Microscope is used to look at cells. So what is telescope used for? टेलीस्कोप को उपयोग दूर के सितारों को देखने के लिए होता है. So option B, stars is the right answer. Yes. Okay. 13th is also similar. Okay. Telescope, stars, microscope, scales, and periscope. Do you know what periscope is used for? So पेरिस्कोप का उपयोग उन चीजों को देखने के लिए किया जाता है जो सीधी दृष्टि रेखा से छिपी होते हैं. Okay. Option B is the right answer. Okay. What about question 14? So seismograph is used to measure the intensity of earthquake. Okay. So what is the correct pair either? Option A, right? Yes. Thermometer is used to measure temperature. Okay. Thermometer तापमान मापता है. So option A is the right answer. Now question 15. Okay. क्वेश्चन 15 का आंसर क्या है? माइक्रोस्कोप, मैक्रोस्कोप, मेगा स्ट्रक्चर. सो माइक्रो मतलब वेरी स्मॉल, मैक्रो इज वेरी लार्ज. सो व्हाट विल बी द meaning of mega structure? Right answer is option D, right? So mega structure का मतलब बड़े yeah, so the meanings are already given. You just have to track the progress. It goes according to the size, very small, very large, and then we have things that are extraordinary large in size. Okay, correct answer is option B. Okay, B. It's not D. The correct answer is option B. So look at these. Why I added this question is that sometimes when you read these words from the prefix, okay, that is micro, macro. These are forms that are attached before the word. So sometimes this prefix can tell you the size of objects. Okay, microscopic, macroscopic. So what does it mean? Yes, 16th question. इसमें missing word क्या है? Biology, living organisms, geology. जियोलॉजी में रॉक्स और पृथ्वी की संरचना का अध्ययन होते हैं. सो ऑप्शन बी इज द राइट आंसर. ओके, 17th is very easy. We have done this. Reversal question. Habitat का उल्टा is TATIBAH. Diversity का उल्टा क्या है? Option D. Okay. Now, question 18. If today, oh, I'm really sorry, I forgot to change the slides. How did you know the answer if I was not screening it? Please don't use the answer key, okay? Yes, please don't look at the answer key now. Right now, I'm explaining the logic. You can go through it afterwards. Okay. If today is Tuesday, what day was it the day before yesterday? Okay. यदि आज ट्यूसडे है तो परसों कौन सा दिन था? ओके, परसों मतलब क्या है? बीते हुए कल से पहला दिन, दैट इज परसों. सो व्हाट इज द आंसर? ऑप्शन ए, संडे. तो आज ट्यूसडे है तो कल वेनेसडे है और परसों विल बी संडे. ओके, यस. 19th question is a family riddle का question. What was the logic to crack this? Last section decode करो और keep adding. Okay, so she is the only daughter of only child of my grandfather. Who is she? So only daughter of my grandfather मतलब क्या है? Could be your father or your mother. Okay. Only daughter of your parents मतलब कौन है? It is your sister. Yes, C is the right answer. Now, this is to arrange in ascending order. I think we'll skip a few questions because these are too easy. Okay, we have more difficult questions in the end. So we'll skip this question now. Okay, 21st question is to arrange according to the timeline. What is our answer for 21st question? Is it C? It is option B, right? So first comes grass. Grass is consumed by cows. Cows produce milk, and it is from the milk that we make curd. Okay. These are simple questions. Okay. 22nd question देखो. So पीटर को याद है कि उसके पिता का बर्थडे 20 जनवरी से पहले लेकिन 60 जनवरी के बाद है. उसकी बहन को याद है कि 18 जनवरी के बाद लेकिन 23 जनवरी से पहले है. So उनके पिता का बर्थडे किस तारीख को है? Okay. So what is the answer? Option D. So Peter के अनुसार so 17, 18, 19 are the dates possible according to Peter ka logic. And what is according to Behan ka logic, it is 19, 20, 21 or 22. So what is the common number here? 19. So that is the answer. Okay. So next we have some cause and effect questions. Okay. Unemployment causes poverty. So what is the conclusion that happens? So unemployment गरीबी का कारण है, तो jobs पैदा करने से गरीबी को काम करने में मदद मिलेगी, right? So if you provide jobs, it will help reduce poverty. Why? Because more people will get employed, more jobs, more people getting employed, and then poverty will reduce. Okay, option A is the right answer. Okay. Now let's look at the 24th question. 24th question का आंसर क्या है? There are 60 questions in total. Okay, we'll just jaldi se we'll cover all these. These are simple questions. So statement A is this: the particles of matter, okay, पदार्थ के कान बहुत अधिक गति से चलता है. Statement B is गर्म करने के माध्यम से पदार्थ का तापमान बढ़ाया गया था. Okay, so cause question is this: what is the cause and what is the effect? कारण और परिणाम क्या है, प्रभाव क्या है? Okay, it is option B is the right answer. Okay, so तापमान बढ़ाना कारण है, that is cause है, जिसके परिणाम स्वरूप पदार्थ के कानों की काइनेटिक एनर्जी बढ़ते हुए और वे so what happens? So when you increase the temperature, the kinetic energy increases, the particles of the matter move with greater speed. So B is the cause and A is the effect. Okay, right option is answer B. Okay. Pollination happens dash bees visit flowers. Okay, इसमें so next we have linking verb का section. Linking verb, the word I used in the previous classes was signal words. We learned a lot of signal words for cause and effect, for contrast, okay, for addition, for giving examples. So I hope you remember that. Okay, yes. So linking word क्या है इधर? Is it because? Yes. Why? Because I am giving you, because it is because bees visit flowers that pollination happens. I'm giving you a karan and an effect in the beginning. So it is because. Okay. That is kyunki aayega. Okay. 26th question का आंसर क्या है? The soil was dry dash the plant died. So एक cause है, एक effect है. Okay. It is therefore. Okay. Therefore. तो मिट्टी सूखी होने के परिणाम को दिखाने के लिए therefore का उपयोग किया जाएगा. Therefore is इसलिए, right? Yes. 27 question का signal word क्या है? Linking word क्या है इधर? Cause effect question है. So that's a clue for you. Dash the dry soil had no moisture for several weeks. The bean plant's leaves began to turn brown and droop. What is the meaning of droop? We have used this word before also. So when plants droop, it means that doesn't have the strength to stand straight. Due to lack of sunlight and energy, it droops. Okay. So what is the answer? 27th question का answer क्या है? It's not because, it is since here. Okay. I understand the confusion. The reason for this confusion is that, so if I say, I did not study because I had fever. Okay. So I did not study क्या है? I did not study is affect. Okay. I did not study because I had fever. So the fact that I did not study affects hai. Okay. What is the current for me not studying? Because I had fever. If you want the Hindi translation of this, I have the Pura translation. I can give you that as well. Okay. But please make sure that you read the English questions along with the translation. Otherwise, your final exam is going to be very difficult. I can send you that. Don't worry. Okay. Uh, yeah. So coming back to the difference between
मैम
because. Okay.
मैम
Yeah.
अब ये आखिरी क्लास है ना अपनी?
This is my last class है.
अब इसके बाद नहीं है ना?
5 बजे
नहीं
तक
नहीं.
है.
It is still 6:30. Okay. Yes. So because or since, let me change the clarification. Both are linking verbs for cause and effect. Difference is this. If I say, I did not study because I had fever, I did not study is a effect. Uska karan kya hai? I had fever. Is same sentence, if I am using with since, I'll say, since I had fever, I did not study. Okay. So since ke baad comes the karan and then comes the effect. So it is actually ulta. One is affect cause when I use because. Okay, since is the ulta. So that is the difference. Okay, so the answer for question 27 is A. Since. So यहाँ since का अर्थ चूंकि और या क्योंकि के रूप में हुआ है जो घटना के कारण की शुरुआत करता है. Now 28th question. The soil in the region was completely depleted of organic matter and nutrients. Dash the farmers experienced falling cropping yield. So first part of the session is the cause. Next part is the effect. Okay. So right answer क्या है? The session gets over at 6:30. Okay. It is a 1 hour session. 5:30 से 6:30 तक. Okay. Right answer is option A. Therefore, very good. Okay. So पोषक तत्वों के कदम होने के सीधा नतीजा कम फसलों होना है. अतः परिणाम दर्शने के लिए therefore और इसलिए सही लिंक वर्ब है. Now question D. Okay. I know question looks complicated, but let's look at the link verb kya hai. That is the only thing asked here. Tectonic plates collided violently and consequently a massive mountain range was pushed upwards. Okay, cause effect ka bridge word kya hai? Linking verb kya hai? It is not A. Linking verb. So whenever you see ly, don't assume that it is the linking verb. Okay, I know it is confusing. Go through the slides I have shared. I have shared 2 PDFs with you. Right, last 2 classes ka, dono classes ka PDF I sent you. Please go through that. That verbs will help you identify. So all verbs with ly is not linking verb. Okay, so violently is not the linking verb. Consequently linking verb hai. Okay, consequently मतलब क्या है? जिसका परिणाम स्वरूप. Okay, yes. Now 30th question. Logical change. You have to fill this logical change. Prolonged drought, soil loses moisture, crops wither and fail. So almost all these questions have the same meaning, but look at how they are worded differently. Okay. Yeah. So when crops wither and fail, what happens? C is not the right answer.
C.
So drought happen. Yes, it is option B. Food supply shortages. So यदि फासले पूरी तरह बर्बाद हो जाएगी तो उसका अगला सीधा तार्किक नतीजा भोजन की कमी होगा. Right? Now 31st question. So we in the last there was one question where we learned some prefixes. Can you remember that? 10 words were there. I asked you the meaning of the third word. That also had prefix. Can you remember?
D.
D is the answer for this. But we learned some other. We learned three words with prefixes. We learned micro. Yes. We learned micro, macro, and mega, right? So similarly, is question mein we have another set of prefixes. So it is pre-test, mid-term, and post-mortem. Okay. So pre, mid, and post. So what does that mean? What does this prefix mean? So pre का मतलब पहले, mid का मतलब बीच में और during, और post का मतलब बाद में और after होते हैं, जो समय के क्रम को दिखाता है. Okay. So if you say I have a midterm exam, what does it mean? Why do you say you have a midterm exam? It is an exam in the middle of your term. It is in the middle of your semester. That's why you call it a midterm. Okay. So these are indicators of time. So option B is the right answer. Okay. 30-second question. Okay. First, the solution was heated. Next, it was centrifugated. Finally, the precipitate was extracted. So what step occurred immediately prior to centrifugation? So पहले गोल को गर्म किया है, इसके बाद इसे सेंट्रीफ्यूज किया गया, अंत में कलछद निकाला गया. तो सेंट्रीफ्यूज करने से ठीक पहले कौन सा कदम उठाया गया था? It is option B, right? Yes. So लॉ के अनुसार सेंट्रीफ्यूज करने से ठीक पहले कदम गोल को गर्म करना था. Okay. So first, next, finally, they've already learned these terms. But sequential things in sequential order that they use these words. Step का define करने के लिए we use these words. Please use the chat box if your mic is not working, okay? Yes. If you have any doubt, please post it in the chat. I'll clarify it. Okay, 33rd question. Identify the cause. Word is already highlighted. Because this. So what is the cause here? So पूरी घटना की शुरुआत वैश्विक तापमान बढ़ने से हुए, बाकी सब इसके बाद होने वाले प्रभाव है. Okay, so answer is option C. Global temperatures rose significantly. Okay, so because the effect is given, no, because the cause is given and then the effect follows. So option C is the right answer. Now option okay, 34th question का answer क्या है? So phase A समाप्त हुआ, इसी बीच phase B एक साथ शुरू हुआ. ओके, ये आपको इन दोनों क्वेश्चन के समय के बारे में क्या बताता है? What is the right answer? It is not C. 34th question. So meanwhile मतलब क्या है? क्या है? इसी बीच. ओके, साइमल्टेनियसली इज एक ही समय पर. सो मीनवाइल और साइमल्टेनियसली ये दर्शाते हैं कि दोनों it happened simultaneously matlab it happened at the same time, right? So option B is the right answer. Phase B started at the exact time when phase A was ending. Okay, 35th question. What is the right order? It is option B, right? So वाक्य कहते हैं कि विकिरण से पहले डीएनए मैपिंग हुई और उसके बाद सब्सिक्वेंटली मतलब क्या है? उसके बाद, दैट इज अ लिंकिंग वर्ब. ओके, म्यूटेशन की निगरानी की गई. ओके, द आंसर वाज ऑप्शन बी. नाउ 36th क्वेश्चन का आंसर क्या है? 36 question. Carbon emissions increase, greenhouse effect strengthens, heat is trapped in the atmosphere. उसके बाद क्या हुआ? Option B. Global average temperatures rise.
B.
Global happens. Yes. Now we have two questions.
ग्रीन हाऊस इफेक्ट म्हणजे काय?
Greenhouse effect. Okay. So greenhouse effect मतलब क्या है? So I told you carbon emissions क्या मतलब we have, so when gases like carbon dioxide and methane etc. gets released. So that gets released when fossil fuels are burned. Okay. So when these fossil fuels burned and when these gases are emitted or produced, then that gases get trapped in the earth ka atmosphere. Yes. Okay. And so that is what is called greenhouse effect. Yes. Now we have skimming and scanning ka question. Okay. So 37 question का answer क्या है? Hmm. 37 question का okay. Passage. Okay.
B.
Option B, to quickly grasp the general overview. That is मुख्य उद्देश्य पूरे so main theme or केंद्रीय विषय to understand. Okay, that is why you skim. Okay, now you need to find the total number of elements listed in a long table. Which technique is the best?
Answer B.
Answer
Ma'am.
B.
B answer.
Yes. Okay, answer B. Scanning the final row or numbering column of the table.
प्रेरणा मॅम, शनिवारी झालेल्या क्लास तुम्ही समजून सांगणार होते ना?
Okay.
सांगणार होतोय, पण आता इंग्लिशचा क्लास सुरू आहे ना आणि ग्रुपवर मी घातलेला आहे, तर सगळ्यांनी प्लीज एकदा ग्रुप चेक करा आणि आता मॅम शिकवत आहे त्याकडे आधी लक्ष द्या. हा मॅम प्लीज कंटिन्यू.
Yes. So 39th question. Let's look at the 39th question. Okay. What structural signal is provided by the word furthermore when placed at the beginning of a paragraph sentence? Okay. वाक्य या paragraph की शुरुआत में furthermore शब्द रखने से क्या what does it indicate? Okay. Furthermore मतलब क्या है? इसके अलावा. Okay. So what is the answer? So when you're adding furthermore, it's an addition that is happening, right? An additional information is being added. Same logic. Option B. Yes. Okay. 40th question. Photosynthesis is vital for all life on Earth. Dash, it produces the oxygen that most organisms need to breathe. So if you remember the last question, you will know what the answer for this question is. It is answer. It is answer B. Okay. It's not C. Okay. Actually, it could be option C as well. As a result, it produces oxygen. That is also a. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yes, it is not. Furthermore is the answer. Why? You add as a result when it is a cause and effect relation. Okay. So when you say photosynthesis is vital for life, that is a statement. And next sentence, it is just adding information. It is not. It is first sentence karan nahi hai. So you don't use as a result. Okay. The answer is option B. Furthermore. Okay. 41st question. Metals like aluminum and copper are excellent conductors of electricity. Dash materials like plastic and glass are insulators. Okay. link is, the hint is already given. Contrast hai. So what will you use? Contrast word kya hai idhar?
Answer C.
Whereas, right? Yes. So whereas is the right answer.
Option C.
Okay. 42. 42 is also contrast. So what is the contrast word in this question?
42 का B answer.
It is however, right? So दो विपरीत क्रियाओं के बीच विरोधाभास दिखाने के लिए however का उपयोग किया जाता है. Okay? However मतलब लेकिन in this context. Yes. 43. It is asking for
C.
yes.
43 का आंसर C है.
Okay. So option C is including, right? So when you're giving more examples, then you use including, for instance, or example, and these kind of phrases. So option C is the answer. Okay, 44th question का meaning क्या है? Linking work क्या है?
C. Because.
D.
Addition, right? It is not because, it is option.
Similarly.
Very good. It is option B,
Similarly.
similarly. Okay. So, similarly. Okay. 45th question. Matter exists in different physical forms and states.
Such as.
Okay.
Such as.
Still giving. It is giving उदाहरण. Such as मतलब क्या है? जैसे कि. So, जब किसी श्रेणी के उदाहरण देने हो कि such as का प्रयोग किया जाता है. Okay. Yes. 46th question. So now we have WH questions. What were the WH words we learned? Let me see if you remember that. Second class mein we learned WH words.
47 का आंसर B है.
We're moving to 46th question now, okay?
Option A. Option A.
Measurement or danger है. Showing how much the grow change.
Yes. Okay. So what is the answer then? So what is the question here? To what extent did the salinity level alter the plant's growth metric? Okay. Salinity मतलब लवणता, I guess. So salinity के so to what extent? Okay, what does that mean? Okay, so when you say to what extent, it is asking for a measurement. Okay. So to what extent का अर्थ होते हैं किस सीमा तक या कितना, जो हमेशा एक measurement और डिग्री की मांग करता है. So option C is the answer. Okay. Yes. It is not date or time. Okay, it is measurement or degree. So so if I'm saying to what extent have you studied, it is asking for how much have you studied. Have you prepared enough? Okay. Did you study little or did you have you prepared enough? That is the meaning. To what extent? Okay. Don't bother if your mic is not opening. Just ask me in the chat box. Okay. I'm reading your comments. Yes. 47th question देखो. Which of the following questions correctly asked about the location? Location का WH word क्या है? Very simple.
Option B. Option B.
Where is when I'm asking you for location.
Option B.
Okay. Okay. 48th question. How did the researchers isolate the specific protein from the mixture?
Option B.
Option A.
Option B. Option B. Option B.
Yeah, so when I'm
Option B.
it is कैसे.
Option B.
Okay, so कैसे का उपयोग किसी काम को करने के तरीके या प्रक्रिया को जानने के लिए किया जाता है. So I'm asking you for the step-by-step description of the method. Okay. Now 49th question.
Option B.
Reason. Okay, it is asking for the reason. That is the key word there. So when I'm asking you for the reason, I'm asking you what is the answer? It is not D.
C.
C.
Yes.
D.
When I'm asking you the reason, I'm asking you for why, the explanation. Okay, why?
Option C.
Option D.
तो किसी भी घटना के पीछे की वजह या कारण जानने के लिए why और क्यों शब्द का प्रयोग किया जाता है. Okay, now we have some contextual guessing का questions and then we'll be done. Complete the sentence structure. Rain dash the crops. Okay, बारिश फसलों को dash. Okay, इधर what is missing इधर? Tell me that. What is missing इधर? Right, the answer is sahi answer is option C. Okay, why is that? What is missing in this sentence? This statement doesn't make sense because it is missing something. What is missing either? Answer this. Answer C. Option C is right. Waters is the right answer. So waters kya hai? Very good. Verb. Okay. When I say rain, the crops doesn't make sense because there's no verb here. So water is the verb because it is a fact. It is in the present tense. So S add karo. So waters. Okay. Yes. Right. 51st question. Okay. Bees collect nectar to make honey. They are pollinators that help plants X. Answer is option B. That is reproduce. Okay. Yes. 52nd question. Aluminium is a good conductor. Plastic is an X because heat does not flow through it. So X क्या है इस question में? तो aluminium एक अच्छा conductor है. Plastic एक X है क्योंकि इसे होकर गर्मी नहीं बहती है. So because and a कारण is also being given. So you have to guess. That is the hint clue for you. Answer is insulator, right? Yes. Now 53rd question देखो. So question is this. आपको even number वाले ट्यूबों को छोड़कर, okay, except, okay, that is a trap word इधर. Okay, so even number वाले ट्यूबों को छोड़कर हर ट्यूब की जांच करनी होगी. यदि रैक पर ट्यूब 4, ट्यूब 7 और ट्यूब 12 है तो आपको किसकी जांच करनी चाहिए? So 4 और 12 इवन नंबर्स है इसलिए उन्हें छोड़ दिया जाएगा. केवल 7 ही ऑड नंबर है जिसकी जांच करनी है. ट्यूब 7. Yes. B is the right answer. It's not C, it is B. Okay. B is the right answer. Okay. 54th question देखो. इस क्वेश्चन में एलिमेंट्री वर्ड का मीनिंग क्या है? Okay. The right option is simple and basic. So how did you understand that? वाक्य में complex के विपरीत although का प्रयोग हुआ है और आगे लिखा है केवल 2 बुनियादी चरण. इसके साफ अर्थ है कि समाधान सरल और बुनियादी था. That is, it is simple and basic. So it is option B. 55th question देखो. Nocturnal or diurnal birds. Okay, so इस क्वेश्चन में नॉक्टर्नल वर्ड क्या मीनिंग क्या है कॉन्टेक्स्ट में? यू हैव टू डू कॉन्टेक्चुअल गेसिंग एंड दिस इज इजी. सो इस अंदर नॉक्टर्नल शब्द का अर्थ बताए. इट इज ऑप्शन बी, राइट? इट इज एक्टिव ड्यूरिंग द नाइट. व्हाई? हाउ डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? So okay, I'll ask you a different question. What is the contrast linking word here? There's a contrast linking word इधर. So diurnal मतलब क्या है? Diurnal birds are birds that are active during the day. Okay. What is a contrast word इधर? Contrast word क्या है इस क्वेश्चन में? क्वेश्चन देखो, contrast word क्या है? So I told you when there are these words, then sentence ka you have to do the ulta. Meaning ka ulta will be the next part. So what is a contrast verb? It is unlike, right? So when I say unlike diurnal birds that are active during the day, then nocturnal ka meaning is ulta of diurnal. Unlike is the contrast word. Okay. Okay. Now 56th question. इस क्वेश्चन में dissipate का मीनिंग क्या है? Guess the meaning of dissipate. So रेगिस्तानी लोमड़ी के पास गर्मी को डिसिपेट करने के लिए बातें कान होते हैं, जैसे कि उसके शरीर से गर्मी को बाहर निकालना. ओके, सो वाक्य में आगे ही इसका अर्थ समझा दिया गया था, रेडिएटिंग वार्मथ अवे. सो दैट इज द क्लू फॉर यू. दैट इज गर्मी को शरीर से बाहर या दूर निकालना. सो दैट इज द हिंट फॉर यू. सो ऑप्शन
B.
B is the right word. Okay, to release or scatter away, dissipate heat. Yes. 57th question. Okay, we learn moderate words and absolute words. Okay, so what is a moderate word in this? 4 options, star options में moderate word क्या है?
Generally.
Yes, it is generally. Option C.
Generally.
हाँ, so विज्ञान में हमेशा exceptions की okay, so whenever okay, so what are moderate words and absolute words? So when I say generally, or so when I say okay, generally this is like this, it is a safe word. I'm not making an absolute claim. Okay, but when I say completely, never, always, so these are absolute words. So it depends on the context, but it is generally not a safe word to use. Now 58 question देखो. Which of the following sentences contain a hidden trap word that makes the option least likely to be scientific accurate? Okay, similar to the question we discussed before.
Option B.
Nay, it is option
C.
C, because इस वाक्य में completely, that is पूरी तरह से और every single मतलब हर एक. Okay, जैसे अत्यायिक कठोर शब्दों का प्रयोग हुआ है. एंटीबायोटिक्स केवल बैक्टीरिया से होने वाली बीमारियों को ठीक करते हैं, वायरस या अन्य बीमारियों को नहीं, इसलिए ये वैज्ञानिक रूप से गलत दवा है. ओके, यस. नाउ 59th क्वेश्चन. आइडेंटिफाई द सेंटेंस दैट इज साइंटिफिकली मोर एक्यूरेट एंड अप्रोप्रिएट. सो 2 वर्ड्स है, always and typically. It's already highlighted. Always is a absolute word. Okay, typically is a moderate word. Okay, so which is the right answer? Nay. Answer is option B. Okay, so statement A ये कहता है कि पानी हमेशा किसी भी परिस्थिति में 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस पर उबलता है, जो गलत है क्योंकि दवा बदलने पर बॉइलिंग पॉइंट बदल जाता है. तो इसलिए दवा की शर्त जोड़ने वाला वाक्य भी ही सही है. ओके, सो this is the reason we can't say that water always boils at 100 degrees Celsius. There are other factors that decides its boiling. Okay, there are other factors that can change the fact. So you can't absolutely claim, you can't use the word always and claim that this is the condition. Okay, so that is why B is the right answer. Now 60th question is easy.
60 का B answer है.
Yeah, dark clouds often bring heavy rain. So often is a moderate word. Okay, you can't say dark clouds always bring heavy rain. Always मतलब क्या है? हमेशा. Okay. Often is aksar. Okay, so option B is the right answer. Now, if you have, so we have discussed all the questions. I hope you understood aaj ka class. Now, if you have any questions from the sessions that we have discussed in the previous classes, you can ask in the chat box. Okay. Do you want me to repeat anything? Anything that you have?
Ma'am, moderate
Yes.
words means
Moderate. Okay. So moderate word matlab. So these are words. Okay, I don't know the Hindi for it. Just translate that. Okay. Okay. Moderate is madhyam. Okay. So yes. So we have moderate words and absolute words. Absolute words are words like completely, never, always. Okay. And then moderate words matlab. Yeah, so moderate words is words like generally, okay, typically. So these are words that don't mm, claim that this is the ultimate reality. How do I simplify this? Uh, so if you say uh, so look at the 60th question ka example, okay? So dark clouds always bring heavy rain. So is that the case? Always matlab whenever there are dark clouds, it should end in heavy rain. But that is not the case. Sometimes there could be dark clouds, but it might not rain. Okay? So that is the difference between always or typically. I hope I made sense. Yes. Okay.
60 का B answer है मैम.
Yes. B is the right answer for 68. Okay, so what did we okay. So let me just sum up the session. So what we have done so far is we started with language games. We learned self-introduction. I taught you WH words, okay, WH questions. So the main, trick to decode a question is look at the WH word. Okay, what does the question ask for? I taught you some tricks and tips and tricks to understand sentence questions ka meaning, how to guess it from the context. So most often questions may hai your logic. So read it carefully, combine words that you know, look for these signal words, cause, effect, or contrast, or linking verb, or example car, all these signal words, understand, and okay, go through all the videos that I've shared, okay, and all the slides. So all the best for your exam. Thank you.